What's up, everybody? It's Capital J, and I'm back. We left off with uh with the sub bass. We're continuing the tutorial today. Um, we're continuing where I left off last, and recorded this bass, this sub bass, and I heard some things that I did not like about it. Now, the first issue I want to talk about is how bad the audio been coming out, through these videos. I don't want to put it I don't want the beats um, to sound clear, so I have it sounded the way I have it because just beat jackers and all kind of those type of people who don't respect my work or whatever. So I decided that's how come my tracks sound so bad in the videos, but believe me, and they sound good on my end. If you doubt what I'm saying, just go to my website, freedownloadsbeats.com. You can listen to all my finished versions of the MP3 mixes and stuff, and you can see what I'm talking about for yourself. So please, just try not to let the bad audio get to you too much. I wanted to address that issue first. Um, but I had the sub bass too high. That's how come it came out so bad in the last video. So what I did is I turned it down a little bit, and I'm gonna show you guys how I did that. So I showed you guys in the last video, but I'll show you again right now. I don't think you guys see what I went to, but it's the track compression that I went to. As you can see, I'm under sub bass right here, and I just basically turned it down. Now, compression, well, I'm not gonna get into compression right now because you know it's really not that complicated to explain, but I'm just not gonna go through it right now. But I use compression to turn it down, and probably for this video I'm gonna turn it down a little more so you guys won't be hearing the bass too much, and I'll turn it down to 20 so you guys won't hear the sub bass too much in this song, but it's there. I can hear it, but you guys probably won't. So continue on where we left off. Um, I said I was gonna maybe put a couple of different stuff in this track because right now we're 10 tracks deep. But I thought about it and I said, you know what? Let's get out of here. Let's make it bigger. I said, you know what? 10 tracks is enough. It's enough to get us started. And so what I'm gonna do in this tutorial is I'm gonna start stretching this song out, and we're gonna start breaking the song down. So that's basically what this tutorial gonna be about. So let's go ahead and start. So the fastest way to do it is hold down Command and press A. It's gonna select everything right on the track. Go, make sure you hear and Command A. It's gonna select everything. And what you do is why it has everything selected, you can still be holding down Command and press C this time for copy. Okay, so now we selected it, and now I copied it. I copied everything. And so what you want to do is you want to make sure this thing is right on the line, and you can tell that it's in the right place when you go. I explained this earlier in one of my tutorials, but I explained it again, even though you guys can't see right now. So what you have to do is, let me see if I could move this up. I can't move this up to the location right now, but I will explain it again in another tutorial and show you guys directly where to go so you guys can see how to do this. But at the bottom of the screen you have your numbers where you are located. Like if I were to put it here, the number will change. It'll say 2. This is actually 144. So if I were to move it here, That's the end of the first bar. That's what basically what that means, and it's moving into the second bar. 144. That's what it means. Because you have your 1, then 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, but it counts as 1 1. This is 2. This is 3, and this is 4. Then it goes to 2. Then it goes to 2 2 2 3 2 4, and then it goes to 3 3 2. 3 3 3 4, and so on. That's how it's counted, and you can see it at the bottom. If you go to the bottom screen of your Logic, and if you just keep moving, keep moving throughout the track, you'll see that the numbers change in the first box to the left at the bottom. So basically, you just want to make sure that it's on 9 1 1 1, or whatever 1 1 1, whatever you're trying to paste it at, right? Make sure it's on 1 1 1. Make sure it always say 1 1 1. That's how you know it's going to come out correctly. That's basically the bottom line, what I'm saying. So now that I know I have it on 9 1 1 1, where I want to put it at, so it won't overlap these tracks that I got highlighted, I just press Command V, and now I have stretched out my track, right? So I've done this plenty of times. So what you want to do after you do that is press Command A again, so it can select everything. Then press Command C again, which is copy. Now you should, once you paste it the first time, you should end up on 17 1 1 1. You should be automatic there. So, and if you there, then you can, after you select all again and then copy it, then just Command V on 17. Now we on 33, and I'm on 33 1 1 1. Okay. Now this is up here is your loop, so I'm stretching it. I'm making sure it stay with the loop so it can play the whole entire song now, because now it's not just the loop anymore. Now we have a 33 bar song, 32 bar song going on here. So that's basically what I'm doing. And you can always tell how long your track is right above right above where you're located at, like down. I have to explain it because you guys can't see it in this video, so I'm gonna have to show you and explain it. It'll be a lot easier if I do that. So I'll do it maybe in the next video. Probably in the next video I explain it when I'm able to zoom out, because actually I'll probably include it a little bit later in this video. So anyways, right, I got this 32 bar song here, right? And if I press, okay, if I can continue, this will continue playing throughout the whole 33 bars, but I don't want to waste all that time. So what I want to do, let's just go ahead and put this to 60. This gonna end it up on 60, yeah, 64 bars, right? Because I'm about to double it. So what you do is, you see this is highlighted and this is not, so we're gonna do it again. Command All, copy, and then make sure it's not on the right one, the locator. Let's put this, yeah, 33 1 1. Make sure it's on 1 1 1 1. Okay, and once you do that, Command V, it's my 64 bars right there. And so I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna stretch it, and let's see how my song is 1 minute and 54 seconds now. And if you following along, your song should be that amount. If you have 134, if your tempo is at 134, your song should be at 1 minute and 54 seconds long. Now that's not long enough, for a real song. But if I double this up again, it's probably gonna be too long. It's gonna be in a 4-minute range, and so I'm not really shooting that long. But we can always edit it down later. So what I'm gonna do, instead of Command All this time, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just Command V one more time, right? Which means I'm gonna paste it just what I already have selected the last time. I just paste it one more time. Make sure you're on 111, and now I'm at 2 minutes and 51 seconds, which is like perfect because I'm gonna add an intro and you know all that stuff, and it should end up being around 3 minutes and some change. Hopefully about 3:15, 3:20. I want to go a little higher than that, but you know whatever happens happens. All right. So now we stretch this song out. Okay, we got everything stretched. Okay, so now it's time to uh, start. Let's start breaking this bad baby down, right? I'm not gonna start on the intro yet, right? Let's just start. Let's just say I want to create my second intro, right? Because my first intro is gonna be before this, and now that I explain, right, a little bit later on in the tutorials. But this my second intro, and what I mean by second intro is gonna be the intro to this track, right? So let's just say I don't want. So let's say for the first 4 bars, right? I want this snare out, and let's take the kick out, right? Actually, I'll probably take the kick out the first 8 bars. Okay, the first 8. Now this is not how I normally do it, but just follow along what I'm doing right now. The hi-hat's not gonna come in yet. Actually, you know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about just having these low high, low mid and high brass just playing by itself for the first 8 bars. I think that'll sound pretty cool. And the choir, just the choir and that alone, I think will sound really good. So let's see how it is. Anytime, oh, let me mention, anytime that you want to undo something or you feel like, hey man, you know, that's not gonna work. I want that back. All you have to do is Command Z, and it'll put back. You see how it's putting back each track that I just cut? It'll put it back just like that. So yeah, that's how you do that. Okay, but I'm selecting and delete on the keyboard. Select, and you can if you hold down Shift on your keyboard, you can just select any parts that you want to delete. You know, it can, you know, that's a faster way of doing what I'm doing now. So but anyway, right, I want these 2 out, that's for sure. I want this low brass. I want to hear with this low brass, but you know what, I'll leave it for now. The choir's going to stay. Hook synth's got to come out. Oops, I forgot to hold down Shift. The hook Pico is not gonna be there, and delete those, right? Of course, the bass can't be there, so I'm gonna take the bass out. Yeah, that sounds nice. So you guys get the picture. Y'all see what this is going. This is my second start. So basically what we gonna be doing is, now that I cut that out, if I wanted to make, well, I explain that later. I'm just gonna go ahead and explain that later. So basically, let's continue to just structure. What we're gonna be focusing on is just structuring this beat. So I'm gonna just continue to structure this beat for this tutorial. So I'm gonna try to keep this video as quick as possible. So basically what you do is you use your ears and see what brings out the song the most, right? So that's basically what you do. Like, I love that. But I probably, sometimes what I do is I'll mute the track or mute a certain track and see how it sounds without it. That's a good thing to do sometimes, instead of just, you know, taking stuff out and then you know, you command Z it back in and just going back and forth. It's good to just mute it so you can, you know, get an idea of what it sounds like, you know, with or without it. See, that sounds, to me, it sounds better without the snare. Maybe the snare can come in on the, you know, on 5 here, on the beginning of 5-1. 5-1 right here is gonna come in really on 5. Well, you guys get the picture. Okay, so after this, it's not gonna go into the hook. It's gonna go right directly into the first verse. That's what I have in mind. Okay, like since I'm a producer and I'm kind of so much an artist too, if I was making this song for myself, or if I was making it for an artist and we had, like, you know, just discussing like, hey, you know, the first verse is gonna be first, then okay, what we do is we'll start it on 9, right? So that's why earlier in the tutorials I had you guys name certain names for this stuff, like, you know, the hook Pico, the hook Sense, or whatever you want to call them, right? Hook whatever. Now I know these guys are not gonna be in here, right? Like, I don't have to second guess. I don't have to go look. I just know these are not gonna be in there. So now let's listen to it now. Okay, and since this is the first verse, right? Like, I wouldn't put that sub bass. I'll take it out. I wouldn't even put it in the first verse, right? Just that build up. You want to give people something to, you know, to look forward to throughout the song. So I wouldn't put that in right there. And we're running what are we running here? I think a 16, something like, yeah, we're running a 16. So every 16. We'll probably every 16 we'll have the hook come in for 8. The hook for 8, then take it out for another 16. So that's the setup I'm doing. So I'm gonna show you guys the easy way to do this, right? So it's basically gonna be like this. It should look something like this. Oops. Okay. 1, boom, 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 boom. Right? Okay. And then I'll give him some extra time. We'll give him a 20, maybe 24 bar. Yeah, like a 24 here. And then it'll double up at the end. So there you go. I think that's 24. That's 8, 6. Yeah, it's like 24 bars, something like that. All right. So yeah. That's basic. Now you pretty much structured you pretty much got your structure going on. Just that easy. Now all you have to do is say, okay, well, you want to add your mix-ups in there, right? So let's just say the best, like I said before, the best thing to do is to go through and listen. I don't have that much time to just let this track keep playing over and over again, or this video really would be like an hour, 2 hours long. But I try to be as detailed as possible in these videos. But I want to get just listen to it so you guys can get a bit of an understanding of what's going on here. So now after listening to it, right now, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it. I feel like I messed up. Okay, this hook should be six, not 16 bars, but it should be, how many bars is this? This is let me see here. Right, this has got to be 8. So it's got to be 16 bars, right? Which means I got to add another one. So what you do is you just do this, right? Go to the box, and when you see this little icon show up, then you can just pull it back, right? And now it'll play what you cut earlier instead of just putting it back. And if you wanna take it off again, you just bring it back to what it was. So, but even though I feel like that this track, even though I feel like what I was gonna say, even though I feel like the hook should be longer, and it is longer now. I feel like this one shouldn't even be in on the first one. I feel like that one shouldn't be there right now. The picos, I don't like the picos at least in the first one. I'll lead it up, maybe bring it in the second. In the second. So these we're gonna scoot down, right? I'm gonna scoot down. That's a 16 bar right there. So I'm wondering if that's gonna be enough, and it's probably not gonna. But you know what? This is probably a good round around this area. Is probably a good time to put in a bridge in the song somewhere within this area, right? Probably somewhere within right here, right on 57. It's usually a good area to put in a bridge. Okay, but we'll talk about all that stuff later on. So let's listen to it now. Okay, there's a couple of stuff I'm gonna point out too, but let's just listen to it. Okay, now as you guys can see, all right, what I just did, I was listening along to the song, and I got like some ideas while I'm listening to the song, and say, you know what, it's gonna sound better if I take the hi-hats out here. When that drop came down, I took them out here for when the hook comes in. So that's the whole key to when you making these songs for these beats. And this applies to whether, no matter what type of music you doing. I don't care if you're doing rock and roll. I don't care what you doing. If you using which you probably these days you are using some program like this, whether it's Fruity Loops, whether it's what I have, no matter what it is, you wanna listen for a good time to break down your music. Okay, you don't want to just have the same thing playing throughout the whole 3 or 4 minutes of the beats. I mean, anybody can do that, you know. Um, so as you can see, how I'm breaking it down as the song goes. I'm taking out, you know, and that's pretty much the key. You can do this. It only takes a few minutes to do this. It doesn't really take that long, you know. Once you've done it so many times, and you start to really remember, like, you know, around what uh around what area, you know, to take it out, around which bars to take it out, you know, that type of stuff, you know. So that's it. Now, as you can see, another thing I did was I took out that. I don't think the picos is gonna last in this song. Picos is just not gonna work. It's from what I'm listening to, they're just not gonna work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably take those out and re-record something else in. So we can say bye bye to these guys because they're not gonna make it. Um, I just feel like it doesn't bring. Now that I'm in song mode, when I was creating the beat, I was feeling it, but now for the song, you know, I'm not feeling it no more. It doesn't fit, and you have that happen when you make the track, when you making tracks all the time, you know. And that's like a key. Um, it's a necessary thing to do. You know, you want to be honest and be brutally honest with yourself and say, you know what, is this really helping the track? Is it really bringing it out? You know, or is it just something that's in there that's just, you know, that's just in there. You know what I mean? You don't want to just put stuff in there and just pound stuff and pound, because you can always go back and put better things in it. So, like, as far as, there's still some issues going on with this beat in the beginning that I'm listening to, and I'm thinking about fixing maybe in this video. But if not, I'll fix it in the next video. Okay, I got an idea. I have a really good idea. I'm gonna show you guys something, and it's a little cool little trick that I can show you too. All right, now look, I like the fact that it sounds. I don't know what I just did. I know what I just did. Let me just undo that. That's gonna be the best way to do it. Okay, so it's not taking the whole thing back. Okay, so what I am trying to do is I just want the snare to play near the end. That's all I wanted to do, but it's not doing it the way that I wanted to do it. Maybe if I take it back like this, yeah, see, and then put it over like this. Okay, let's see how this. I don't think this is gonna come out right though. Alright, so that didn't work out right. Okay, so it's just undo. I'm trying to understand why it's not letting me push this back to like this, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm gonna just cut it instead. Um, so what I already got the scissors tool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna oh, that's why, right? Oh, it's not on the right one. Okay, yeah. So make sure it's not this one. Make sure it's this one. Okay. I'll be forgetting that sometimes. And cut it. Right? Now we made our cut. Matter of fact, I might as well cut this one too, because I want that one to play with it. Right? And let's go ahead. Shift. Delete both of you guys. And now we should have just one snare play at the end, and then, you know, not throughout 5-1 all the way through 9. Okay, I forgot I had this one on mute, so let's try that again. Okay, so you guys get the picture. All right, so that sounds better. As you can see, I'm taking it step by step, and that's how you do it. Now, what I would do is I would, add another track here, right? And to make it more detailed, and I was gonna go through this in the next video. But like, say like if you see how that snare comes in L9, I will add another one. What you do is you take like this clap. It depends on which one. I don't even have my. Give me a second. I didn't have my my MIDI controller. I didn't have it on, but now I have it on. Okay, so like this one already does have an effect on it, right? So I'm just gonna show you guys how you can really get in here and do detail, like make your track sound more professional and more detailed. So as you can see, I duplicated this clap track, right? Because remember I was telling you guys you can go in and you could just duplicate whatever you want. Now instead of just I'm gonna just show you guys this real quick, and then we're gonna end it. Then I'm gonna continue on, and in the next video we're gonna continue on with structuring. We're gonna have I'm talking over myself. I got so many things to tell you guys about. But I guess what I was trying to say is I'm gonna make another video of song structuring, okay? Because this is song structuring 1. So there's gonna be a part 2 of this where I'm gonna try to complete the rest, like the rest of this, and let that be that. But since this can be this would be a good part to include into this last part that I'm about to include, and then I'm wrapping it up. So anyway, right, and you notice where I put it at, right? I have it where all my snares are, right? So what I'm gonna do is I just go under right here, pick this one. Probably not a good one to pick. So what I'll do is I'll just go pick another one. Let's just go to. I love these kits. Okay, I like this clap though, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put an effect. I'm sorry, I didn't want to go there. I want to put an effect on that and bring it out. So I'm gonna put a reverb, and of course I'm gonna go to my favorite reverb spot, right? The Space Designer, right? Now I want a heavy for the effect that I'm going for. I want a real heavy. And it's not gonna be enough. Okay, let's see. Okay, large spaces. We need something big time, right? Okay, maybe not Space Designer this time. But what I like about Space Designer is, just like all the other ones, is that you have full control. So if it's not something that you I don't know why this is disabled. If you can't find what you need, you create it. That's what I love about it. I don't know. I've never used this part right here, so I don't know. What's up with this. I don't know. Let's turn it off. Okay. Okay, so what I would do, let's just put a real heavy, like an obvious heavy. You also can go in here and just, you know, customize it, play around with it, do what you're gonna do. Some of this stuff is disabled and I don't know why, but it's no big deal. It's always around something. So I really don't like that though. So let's just, okay, let's get out of here, right? And let's go to another one. I'm not gonna go, let's go to Silver, right? Silver Verb. See what they got. Go to something different for a chance. And so these are presets that I'm going through. And they're good, but sometimes you need something more than just a preset. You know what I mean? So you have to go. You have to take your time and do what I'm doing, right? Yeah, leave it like that. Nah, I don't want to do that. Let's see what they at least don't have that many at all. Okay, so it's probably why I don't use those that much. So let's move on. I'm gonna try to keep this. Let's see what this got. Big room. Okay. Yeah, let's just stay with that one, right? I'm taking too much time here. So yeah, something like that, right? That's probably a little too long, but yeah, that's probably 10 should be good, right? This is how you create sounds, by the way. You can create your own sounds doing this. Let's see. Okay. I think that's pretty good though. So we'll work with that. Now the only thing I wanted to do, let's turn it up some too, right? And I'm gonna show you guys about all this stuff later. Okay? So I'm gonna explain all this stuff later and why you do this stuff and why I'm doing this stuff, okay? So if you have any questions, please just kind of chill out until and chill out till I get to it. Let's turn it up some. Alright. Now I'm gonna do something. I want to do something different than what everybody, because I'm quite sure you guys probably have an idea of what I'm doing here, but I want it to be a little more different than from what you hear everybody else doing. So let's Let's go with the echo right here. I want more control of the pan, so let's try this. I like using this one. There we go, something like that. That sounds maybe 75. Maybe 50 then, probably. Okay, actually, let's not even use that. Let's use another one. That's not gonna sound too cool. Okay, well, actually, I wanted to do that. Yeah, I have an idea. Okay, just bear with me, you guys. Okay, the thing is, okay, well, do I want it to come from the left first and then the right? I guess I'll do that. Okay. Now I know you guys can't see where I'm going to and all that stuff, but don't worry, I'm gonna go through all this stuff over again. So please don't worry about that. I'll show you guys again. But for today, it's mainly focused on structuring. So I got my sample. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in this. Okay. Let's go to stereo delay or tape delay. Okay, now what this gonna do is this is gonna make it effect and it's gonna make it pan the way I want to pan it. So I want to pan it more, let's see, to the right. Now since it comes through the, I believe I made it come through the left, started off through the left. Let's see what I did. Yeah, see, it comes, no, it starts with the right first and then the left. So I'm gonna do, this time I'm gonna do left. Okay, at least 90% left and then maybe 10% right. And let's not go that high, maybe about 75, 25, something like that. Okay, and, let's see. Okay, I don't want that groove to be like that though. See, as you can see, you could just create whatever type of effect you really want to do. And it all depends on what you have in your head, you know. There's no right or wrong way to do this stuff. It's just what you have in mind. Let's go 50. Okay, let's see what presets they got. I think that's pretty cool. So let me record this real quick so I can show you guys what I'm trying to do. Okay, so you guys get the picture, right? Now I'm gonna fix this real quick to make sure it play in the right spot, and that'll be it. We'll wrap this tutorial up. Okay. So you guys could see what I'm talking about. Now, just, that took me a long time to do, way too much time. I took too much time to do that. But you guys see the whole point of structuring, right? Now you just go through the song and you just take out stuff that you think and start adding in stuff that you think will make it sound better. Because that sounds pretty cool, you know? So, okay, now that is it for this tutorial. I hope you guys learned something. I hope that I was able to teach you something. If not, just keep looking at these things. I'm going to try to start doing one of these things, knocking them out every day. I've been busy really trying to get this site together. It's still not where I want it to be, so I'm still in the midst of changing a lot of stuff. Yeah, but as far as song structure, it's really not that hard. Especially with Logic, it's very easy. Should take you only a few minutes to really structure out your song once you have an idea. The thing is so you can do anything. So don't limit yourself. Try to come up with different ideas. And part two, I'm gonna start really stepping it up to more advanced stuff if I have time to put that stuff in the next video. And that is it. Song structuring is very important. Don't forget it. It's Capital J. I'm out. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.